Good morning. I hope everybody's awake and energized with a lot of dancing this morning and that you got your groove on last night. I am so happy to announce the next presenter. Our next presenter has a passion for early learners. He has written 15 books, including 2 for young children. He is a regular on the popular podcast, Early Childhood Chatter. He has served as keynote speaker for several early childhood education conferences, including the University of Arizona Annual Global Campus Conference. He's spent 20 years in education, making stops in Escambia County, Montgomery, and Bullitt County. He's earned a master's degree in education from Troy University and has received several awards, including Teacher of the Year. Please, please, please help me welcome to the stage Mr. Willie Spears.
There we go. Good morning. Y'all good? Good. Raise your hand if you're happy. There's no little babies here today. Okay, it's okay. Nothing wrong with little babies, just not today. It's not today. All right. I was in the airport yesterday. I was in where was I yesterday? I can't remember. I'm for real. I forgot for real. Arkansas. I was in Arkansas, and you from Arkansas, Mel? I'm sorry. So listen. So I'm there playing. But I was in Arkansas, and there was a baby on the plane, 4 years old. Pardon my language. The child was bad. Like, the mama's face was saying, I can't wait to send him to school. Like, her face was saying, I can't do this. I need some superheroes to take over for me. That's what you are. You take our children and somehow teach them. Now, I'm not trying to judge y'all, but with my daughter, y'all did a great job. But with my son, y'all dropped the ball, bro. Y'all messed up. Y'all missed some steps. Dude in 11th grade trying to ask me, now what's the difference between a square and a triangle? I'm like, come on, man. We sent you to the good daycare, man. And so this morning, I'm here to remind you of what you already know, that you're not babysitters. That's not what you do. You're educators, and you educate the most important people we have, the future. You take a child who mama should have potty trained him before he got there. Like, she should have, he should know how to pee. He should, hey, Johnny, let's go TT. No, Johnny, 4 years old, playing the game, just peeing on himself. And you sound crazy saying, you know you had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, man, I already went. If you could get me a diaper, I sure appreciate it. And some Kool-Aid. How you gonna send me your child, he can't pee? That's not our job. We teach phonics. We teach colors. We don't teach how to go TT. That's not what we do. I want you to know, in these young people's lives, you're a superhero. Like, you're serious, you're famous to them. That's why when they see you, they see the lead teacher in the store, and they're so excited. But they're looking for the auxiliary teacher. They're looking like, wait, Miss Smith. Hey, wait, Miss Smith. Is Miss Smith here? And you're like, little boy, she don't live with me. We work together. And where's your shirt? When they see you in the street, they go crazy because in their minds, you are a superhero. And you have them more than their own mama. Like, you with them, their mama don't even know their tails. You know he about to get sleepy. You know when she about to cut up. You see her biting that bottom lip, you like, oh, here she go. Hey, get her. Here she come. Stop her. The mama don't even know. The mama just drop her off to you. Why? because you're a superhero. And so I'm here today just to remind you of what you already know, that you're so important. Now, a little bit about me. Ms. Tammy did a great job of reading that intro, but I want you to know I'm not a speaker guy. They didn't say, hey, let's get a speaker guy. No, I'm you. I'm you. I believe every teacher is called or crazy. You or crazy. So you might be both. You might be both. But see, when I heard the call, I tried to ignore it. I was like, nah, I'm good on that. I know how bad I was. I'm good on that. But I was an educator for 20 years. I missed being in a classroom. I actually tried to work in an alternative school last year in our district. Said there was a conflict of interest with me speaking and working in the school. But I miss making an impact in the lives of young people every day. So I want you to look at your neighbor, and I want you to say, you matter. Say, he's talking to you. You matter. Now, if you're a man in this room, whoa, bruh. You're outnumbered. So to the men, you really matter. You really matter. Thank you, men. Our little babies need to see some men. Need to see a man walking around. That testosterone need to spill off into some of these little boys. And so every one of you, I want you to know you matter. You matter as an educator. But you also matter as a mother. You matter as an aunt, as an uncle. You matter as a grandma. You matter. I once had a young man misbehaving in school, and I was a dean of discipline, and he was very disrespectful to this teacher. And I said to him, I said, how would you feel if someone treated your grandmother that way? And it changed his whole demeanor. When I didn't know, he had just lost his grandmother. This is in Bullock County, Alabama. He didn't want to take his headphones out, and he cussed the teacher out. He's a freshman. And I said, listen, how would you feel if someone talked to your grandmother that way? And instantly he started tearing up. He's like, Coach, don't talk about my grandma. I said, I'm just asking you a question. He said, what they got to do with anything? I said, that woman is someone's grandmother. You just disrespected someone's grandmother, but you wouldn't want anyone to disrespect your grandmother. And so I want to commend you for wearing so many hats. You wear hat after hat after hat after hat. You're the nurse. You're the shrink. You're the mediator. You know the drama from the baby mamas. You know everybody in the family. Like, you know, like this the other mama. Every week, this man got another woman dropping off his son. Every week. And he's so professional, he throw you off. Like, how these girls don't see what he doing? And every one of them got a different diaper bag. How y'all doing? Yeah, Leroy told me to drop him off. This, LJ Leroy Jr., he told me to drop him off. You like, are you on the list? Yes, 37 of us. We all on the list. We all of us. Me, Trisha Ann, Keisha, Renee, Chloe, Taylor, Rebecca, Sarah. That one girl he met on the internet. Like all of us. I want to remind you that you matter. Look at your neighbor and say, thank you. So I'm here today on behalf of all parents to say thank you. Thank you for taking work home. Thank you for giving Johnny a little coat. Like, thank you. Thank you. You just bought them pants. Now, you want everybody to think they came from the mall, but they came from Ross. We know that. But you just bought those pants, and this little boy want to put his snotty nose on your pants. And you trying to figure out how your nose running this bad already. It's just October. The leaves just changed, and your nose is running like a track athlete. And you trying to figure out why he over there with you, because he not in your area. You with Miss Livingston, baby. Yeah, I know. But can I get a hug? No, you cannot get a hug from me. I reread my job description. Hug is not in there. I'm supposed to teach y'all, love on y'all. I didn't see hugs. So I don't have to hug you. Go on now. You so funny. I'm not being funny. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Mess up these pair of pants, they're going to find you on the other side of the building. Ain't no cameras in this room. They don't work. This the room where the cameras don't work, little boy. They do not work. And so on behalf of every teacher, every mother, every father, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. See, people are leaving the profession because they can't handle it. They not built for this. Everybody can't do what y'all do. Y'all built different. Like when God made y'all, he was like, yeah, you dropped them. She gonna be a teacher. Don't worry about it. She good. They can handle anything, man, anything. I want to thank you for putting up with our children. So my daughter, Taylor Grace, is a freshman in college. She's sweet. She's so beautiful. But before the braces, she has some weapons in her mouth. And this little boy named Cash was a recipient of a few bites. I ain't lying. We would go pick her up, and the lady, Miss Vanessa, was her teacher. I said, how'd she do today? Well, Coach, she bit Cash again. I wonder where Cash is right now. That joker that stood there and got bit by this girl. He just standing there. I said, Cash, I'm so sorry. He said, she's my friend. I said, no, buddy, friends don't bite people. So my wife didn't say a word. She didn't want to punish her. She said, baby, you handle that. And I said, Tay, you bite him again, I'm going to bite you. You bite him again. We don't bite people's children. Bite them again. I don't know where you got this from. I don't know where you get the nerve to bite people. We go home for Thanksgiving. My mother-in-law said, how's Taylor doing in school? I said, she's doing good. They said she's going to be ready for kindergarten. She said, well, how's her behavior? I said, Taylor's sweet. She has been biting this boy. She said, she biting too? That's what you mean too? She said, yeah, Neek used to bite all the time. My wife didn't tell me I was marrying a biter. She said nothing about that. I've been spanking my daughter and she got it honest. This is a generic trait. This is DNA. My baby didn't want to bite that boy. She couldn't help it. So thank you for putting up with biters. My son, this is no joke. My son, 4 years old, got in trouble. His teacher said, you cannot go on the dome today. He liked to climb up the top of the dome. You're not going today, Kenneth. His name Kenneth David, we call him KD. You're not going today. So he stands there, and this is how slick he is now. He kind of conniving, get it from my wife's side of the family. So look, he said, ooh, look over there. The lady looks, he runs outside, climbs on top of the dome, gets on the top and say, 990 boo-boo. You can't get up here, can you? I beat the brakes off that joke, I'm serious. I checked him out of school in the back of my truck, went to work, and then checked him back in. True story. True story. That's what y'all need. Y'all need a designated butt whooper. Yeah. Like, they need to know. See, it's really one in every family. You got to find out which one. Some families, it's the grandmama. I had a young man at a middle school talking tough. No, man, he was cussing. No, I don't care. F y'all. Y'all got the wrong way. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I said, man, calm down. I ain't scared of you. I don't play football. I ain't scared of you, coach. You got the wrong one. I said, man, just sit down. So the first number on his contact was his grandmother. I didn't know who it was. I just called that number. Sweet woman. She come up to the school. He and they all balled up, talking tough. Yeah, just spend me. Send me home. Call my mama. When he saw his grandma, he said, hey, me, mom. She said, this boy been acting the fool. He said, Mima, let me, shut your mouth, boy. That joke was like, I'm sorry. I can tell she didn't hit him before. Now, I'm not saying corporal punishment is what we should do. I'm going to tell you what I did in my house. See, my father was in prison for 8 years before I was born. My dad didn't graduate high school. My mom was in and out of county jail. The reason that I was able to earn 2 degrees is because I was afraid of my daddy. And I'm old, and my dad is older, and I'm scared of that joker right now. You heard of classical conditioning? Pavlov's dog? When that bell hit, the dog would salivate. Right now, when I hear my dad top drawer where he used to keep his belt, I get nervous right now. I'm like, man, I ain't even doing that. I ain't even doing that. I'm grown. He can't hit me. Can he hit me? I don't know if he can hit me. Can he still hit me? Who can I call? The police scared of him too. I don't know who to call. But thank you for what you do. Thank you for your sacrifice. Stuff that doesn't get put on Facebook. Stuff that doesn't get put on the news. The parents only want to talk about you when something bad happens. You should get phone calls all the time about the great job you're doing. You should be saying, I'm so sick of these folks calling me, talking about the difference I'm making in their kids' lives. And I want you to know, sometimes you're going to get mad. You just heard the governor say, together we're making a difference. When you get mad, use MAD as an acronym, M-A-D, making a difference. Because that's what you do. When you get mad at a parent, think making a difference. When you get mad at your coworkers, think making a difference. I speak to a lot of early childhood education groups. I've been on a lot of podcasts for early childhood education. I've written 2 books for the students that you teach. And I'm just telling y'all, this is, as young folks say, this is no cap. Y'all have the best, that's the truth. Y'all learn a new word. Some of y'all, write it down, write it down. Y'all have the best early childhood educational program in the entire country. Give yourself a big hand, guys. Y'all number 1. I almost came out to am number 1, but some of y'all still in y'all club phase, so I ain't want to take y'all back. I said, nope, somebody gonna try to make some change, and I don't want to be. So I decided, nope, no music, no music. I want you to know, a teacher will impact more lives in 1 year than most people will their entire lifetime. That's the truth. A teacher will impact more lives in 1. It's something about a teacher. When a teacher says it, it goes a long way. When I was in 2nd grade, I remember writing on the wrong side of the paper. I was writing with the hose to the right. And my mom said, baby, you need to write with the hose to the left. I said, Mom, it doesn't even matter. You can start on either side. She says, no, baby, you start with the hose to the left. Now, for you Gen X out there, you Gen Z, you don't know what I'm talking about. We used to write on paper. Before the iPad, before the notebooks, we wrote on actual paper. Like it was a pen, a pencil, and paper. They would cut down these trees and put it through a machine, and little white papers would come out. Long time ago. Anyway, so I was right, and my mama is trying to explain to me what I'm doing wrong. And I'm arguing with this woman. Now, this woman carried me in her womb for 9 months. She's 37, I'm 7. I'm the expert. I said, no, Mama, it don't matter. I seen writing on both sides. She said, yes, baby, but you start with the hose to the left. I said, you can start on either side. She said, fine, do it how you want. I go to school the next day, I'm doing the same thing. I start with the hose to the right. Miss Brandon looks at me and says, Willie, you're writing on the wrong side of the paper. You start with the hose to the left. I look right at her, and I said, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Why in the world would I argue with my mama when I argue with this stranger? Because she's a teacher. When a teacher says it, it means something. So when you tell these babies they're smart, they believe it. My daughter not really that smart. She's not genius level. But because some teacher in preschool lied to her, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Encouraged her, to this day, she thinks she's smart. She finna be 19. And I want to say, baby, they lied. You can't even make a circle to 4th grade, baby. You keep mixing up blue and green and you're not colorblind. When you say something, it matters. Unfortunately, they're not getting what they need at home most of the times. See, when they leave the house, their mom should say, you're going to have a great day today, Wayne. You're going to have a great day today, little Johnny. Sarah, today's going to be an awesome day. You're going to do so good today. You're going to make mom and dad proud. But many of them, they leaving mess, and they're coming to you. Some of y'all in the morning, when y'all pick them up, when y'all get them out of the car line, y'all get a contact high, open the door. Y'all open the door, have a flashback. You like, thought I was at Bama State, boy. God, dog. Whoa. Ma'am, it's Monday, ma'am. What is you doing? Some of them, that's their normal environment. I've seen it. The mama look amazing. Mama look bad. Got her lashes on, her hair done, got her makeup on, shoes match, everything match. She lotioned up. She's so old, may slip and fall somewhere. And then I see the child, His socks don't match. Shoes on the wrong foot. Nose running, skin dry, need a haircut. I'm like, how can you look that good and your son look that bad? Because many parents, their priorities are in the wrong place. If we're being honest, many parents wanted to have fun. They didn't want to have no child. That's where you come in. You make up their lack. You have an impact. So we're going to talk about conflict resolution real quick. There's conflict in any job. It's conflict at home. It's conflict at work. I want to give you some steps to help us with conflict with parents, conflict with coworkers, and conflict with little children. I know they're sweet, but here's the thing. Let's just keep it at 100. Just keep it 100. Raise your hand. You've been cussed out by a little kid. Raise your hand. How you cussing at 4 years old? Can't spell your name, but you cuss me out. In no other profession would that be okay. And for some of you all, that's a normal day. He'll cuss you out in the morning, be giving you a hug at lunch. Sitting in your lap, laying on your chest. He just told you to shut the blankety blank up. And then look, you know I love you, Miss Nonsense. And what is wrong with this child? You make a difference. So conflict resolution. Y'all tell me who's right in this picture. Both of them. So we can see the same exact thing in life, see it totally different, and both be right. See, sometimes we don't really know the background of the child. We think we know. We think because a child has two parents and they have a nice car and the mama got a Gucci bag or she got some type of Louis Vuitton and they look the part, we think that that child comes from a good home. And we think because the child whose parent doesn't have a nice car and the child doesn't have the latest clothes, that child comes from a bad home. There's no way that we can know, but we do know that they get to be with us for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. So we have an opportunity to make an impact. So whenever you have a disagreement with a coworker or a parent, just realize you both can be right. You can see the same thing totally different. The way that COVID affected you and the way that it affected me is totally different. You can't tell me how it affected me. And that's the same with everything. So I want to encourage you to respect other people's opinion. Now, raise your hand if you got a dog, a big dog. Who got a big dog? Like a big one. You got a big dog? All right, you got a look on your face like he bad. What's your dog name? Okay. She said her dog's name is Jackson Dice. Jax. Oh, two of them. Okay. I thought you had gave me a human name for an animal. I was like, this woman need help. Dude got a last name. What's the dog's social security number? What's the dog's 401k? But Jax and Dice, they're both big. What kind of dogs? A lab? Mixed with hound. Yeah, where I'm from, we call that a mutt, but that's fine. I got you. That was fancy. A lab mixed with hound. My boy, bruh, she got a mutt, bruh. She got her mama was all around the neighborhood with all the other dogs. That's the truth. They live in a gated community. They trying to fix it up. Okay. All right, so what's Jax? Okay, so Jax is on y'all's left. All right, who got a small dog, little dog? What's your dog's name? It's close. I know a Gus. Gus Malzahn, I know a Gus. He was the head coach at Auburn. He's not an animal. All right, but Gus could be a dog name. What kind of dog is it? Corky? I'm sorry. That's all they had at the store. That's all they had left. You like Corkies? I'm sorry, they kind of aggravating to me, but so it's acceptable to be short and fat. Now, I didn't say this, y'all. I didn't say this. What's your name? Chet? Shay said it's the only time acceptable to be short and fat. I didn't say that. But I wanted to say it to one of my parents when I was a football coach. Because the lady told me her son should be the quarterback. And I said, ma'am, he built like you. But I didn't, because I'm not you. I'm not rude like you. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. It's the only time we said to be, your dogs have low self-esteem. Stop calling them that. Mental health is real for animals too. I'm going to meet your dog. It's okay. It's okay to be low to the earth. It's okay. What's your dog's name? Gus and Mia, okay. So we got Jax and Gus. Jax and Gus walk through the same mud puddle. Jax, big dog, big lab, mutt, big lab and hound mix. And I say, Jax, what's going on out there, Jax? He's like, I said, look, it's just us, talk regular. He said, bro, it ain't even that deep out there. Man, it went up to my knees, man, it's good. I said, whoa, my boy just told me, Gus said, almost died. Like Gus said, it went up to his nose. He said, well, you know, Gus to the earth, bro. You know, Gus, it rained and Gus think he finna drown. Gus little. We can all walk through the same things and it'll be totally different. I want to encourage you to be nice to young teachers who haven't been in the business long. Don't tell them all the bad stuff yet. Don't scare them. Don't tell them if they're cute that the baby mama gonna be jealous of her and be mad when she picked the child up. Keep that to yourself. If you are in this business for less than 5 years, I want you to find someone that's been doing this for 15 years or more. Matter of fact, if you've been working with our early learners for more than 15 years, I want you to stand up if you would. More than 15 years. Let's give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. Y'all can have a seat. Wow. Man, you look normal when I saw you. I didn't know you were crazy. I had no idea. And I saw you earlier. I thought you was normal. 15, how many years? 20. On purpose? Okay. Because I know sometimes when you get arrested, they give you an option. Work with little kids or go to jail. Some people decide, I'm just messing with you. That's amazing. All right. So we got this girl. I don't know if y'all know who she is. I didn't know who she was until she started dating this football player. You know, I never heard of her. Then she started dating Travis Kelce. And this woman in the front row with her tongue out talking about, Travis Kelce, relax. He not coming. These are pictures off the internet. Relax. But when it comes to conflict, Taylor Swift suggests that we shake it off. So when you don't get your way with your supervisor, shake it off. See, mature people don't hold grudges. Some of y'all, right now, when you came to this conference, you saw a lady you worked with 7 years ago. And you told your friend, that's her right there. That's her. Don't look. That's her. Yeah. I did say her hair. That ain't her hair color, girl. She got a good hairdresser. She should be gray all over. She was gray 7 years ago. I can't stand her. Let it go. Shake it off. Your friend is asking you, what did she do? You say, well, girl, I don't even remember, but what I do remember is I don't like her. Shake it off. Sometimes we go through things at home. We shouldn't bring that to work. It's not the kids' fault. We shouldn't be mad at all of them because our husband won't pick his drawers up out the floor. You may have 2 teenagers like me. I'm praying for you. I could be so angry with them 2 jokers that I go to work with that. And that's not right. So I got to shake it off. Now, it was never my idea to have 2 teenagers. That was never my idea. If you're good at math, you may can figure this out. But both of our children were born in November. Valentine's is 9 months from November. I was a beginning teacher. I was broke. I didn't want my wife to know how broke I was. So I bought my wife some flowers. Now, right now the flowers would cost me $60, dozen roses. On Valentine's, they $160. That's not right. That's not right. I got her the flowers. She come home from work. I said, where the flowers at? Baby, I left them on my desk, but everybody loved them. They were so nice. She gave me a big hug. Thank you. She said, where are we going to eat? I'm like, I ain't got no money. I'm thinking. And we go to church. So I said, hey, we should be fasting right now. We should. She said, stop playing. I know you're taking me out to eat, but I had made a decision in my mind. I had to choose flowers or food. I chose flowers. She said, let's do something. I really didn't have any money. So I said, let's just stay in. Now, for you young folks, you're familiar with this term, Netflix and chill. For you people my age, Blockbuster and hang out. It's the same. It's kind of the same. That night, I decided instead of going out to eat, because I had no money, we would stay in, watch a movie, and you know. 9 months later, here come this boy. Since that moment, I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I should have just went out to eat. See, y'all look very disciplined and educated and smart, so you probably can't relate to this, but I done bounced a check before. All they do is charge you $35, insufficient funds fee. You good. I should have just, look, you ever heard the term buyer's remorse? The other night, my wife gonna rub my arm. I said, go on now, go on. She said, what? I said, go on. She said, oh, it's like that? I text my son. I said, come here real quick. He come to our door, this true story. This joker bony, like he hadn't eaten in months. But he been taking protein shakes and doing like 4 push-ups a day. So he think he buff. He come to our door in his underwear. Come on, what up, Dad? What you want, Dad? What's up? What up? What you want? I looked at her. I said, you want to do that again? She said, you right. Good night. Good night. Good night. So whenever you're going through something at home, shake that off when you get to work, because our students deserve your very best. This guy, Elvis Presley, relax. I saw you do like this, ma'am. I saw it. Relax. I saw you. You made a whole S with your body. I saw you. Elvis Presley reminds us not to be cruel. Whenever you're having conflict, there's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to name call. Some of y'all live in a small town. Y'all know everybody's business. And somebody make you mad, you want to bring up the past. That's why that ain't your mama. You can't say that to people, guys. You can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no reason to be cruel. Remember, you're a professional. Sometimes the parents are not professionals. But you are. So you don't need to match their vibe. Somebody told me one time, whatever tone she come with, that's what I'm coming with. No, she crazy. You're a teacher. Remember that. You're a teacher. If you feel yourself taking off your earrings, you need to walk away. If you say, what you say? Oh, no, I will get another job. The Dollar Tree hiring anyway. I ain't even got to do this. I don't even know why I wore these heels in here anyway. You got the wrong. No, stay there. No, stay right there. Stay right there. No. There's no need to be cruel. Monica had a song called Don't Take It Personal. Whenever a kid, a young student, says something inappropriate to you, don't take it personal. They're children. They're going to change. You've changed. I don't want to bring this up, but I recognize some of y'all. Spring break, Panama City Beach. I know you, ma'am, 97, 2003, last year. Like, you've changed. If they had Facebook and Instagram when you was in school, you would not be hot right now. If they had Instagram with you dropping it like it's hot. So if you change, this little boy can change. This little girl could change. They could turn out to be the sweetest human ever. We have to treat them like their future self, not their current self. Their current self need to be choked out. But you have to think of the person they will become. Every doctor was in a pre-K class. Every lawyer, Teresa, Dr. King, everyone you could think of, they started out as an early learner. And before you can learn the Pythagorean theorem in high school, you first must learn your numbers in pre-K. You must learn 1, 2, 3. You must learn how to say your alphabet and not LMNOP. You teach on the foundational level. And if you get it right, they're going to be an amazing adult. When I was at Bullock County, our school counselor, she and I had a disagreement. She was from there, been there her whole life, and she put some of my athletes in the wrong classes. I didn't think they should be in that class. And she said, Coach, he needs this class to get him started because he's a little behind. I said, how do you know that? The test scores are the same. She said, Coach, I can tell by which pre-K they went to. I said, really? She said, watch this. It was 2 kids in there, 2 students. She asked them some basic questions, just joking around. One of them had confidence and knew, and one did not. She says, Coach, I know both of the daycare center, the people that run them, they're friends of mine. But one of them, they teach every single day. All they do is teach, teach, teach. The other one, all they do is watch videos. They put a movie on, they sit the children down, and the children watch videos all day. She says, I'm not judging them, but when they get up here, I can tell where they went to pre-K. I don't remind you what you do. It matters. So when they act up, when they have a bad day, let's not take it personal. All right? Now, this guy, Luke Bryan, he has a song called Most People Are Good. He talks about that. Ma'am, I saw you. Like you, this lady right here, you rolled your eyes in the back of your head. You, no, don't turn back, don't turn around. You said, He's not coming today, ma'am. He done been to Mobile before, but not today. He in Panama City, so he go to Hunt in Panama City sometime. I tell you, say what's up. But anyway, remember, most people are good. See, when you're talking with a parent, you don't know that they just found out their mom has cancer. You don't know that they just found out they lost their job. You don't know they had a flat tire on the way to work. Like, you don't know what they're going through. So just remember, at the end of the day, most people are good. This guy, Kendrick Lamar, hip-hop artist, he reminds us to be humble. He has a song, he says, sit down, be humble. You don't always have to be right. Sometimes let the parent win. Let them think they won. Just say, yes, ma'am, have a good day. There's no need to make your point. I tried that one time, it didn't work. My wife was talking. I said, no, you listen to me. I'll put my foot down. I ain't taking this mess no more. You got the wrong one. I thought I won till later that night. I said, what we eating? She said, there's some cereal in there. I said, we ain't got no milk. She said, put water on it. It won't hurt. I said, come on, man. I tried to scoot over on her side. She said, Get on your side. I lost. And so when I was wrong, I admitted it. See, when you mess up, you should fess up. We all mess up. No one in here is perfect. Every one of us messes up from time to time. So when you mess up, admit it. If you're the supervisor, if you're first year, just admit it. Say, I was wrong, I'm sorry, let's move on. I was wrong one time. I told my wife, I said, baby, I was wrong. That's on me. All of a sudden, she become hard of hearing. She said, what you say, baby? I didn't hear. I didn't hear you. I said, I'm sorry, baby. That was on me. That's my bad. She gonna get her phone out. Can you say it one more time, honey? Say it one more time. What did you say again? When you mess up, fess up. Now, I love track. I used to run track, and I coach track. So I brought my baton today. Does anybody know the worst thing that can happen in a relay? You drop the baton. If you drop the baton, everyone disqualified. I want to tell you, it's unfortunate, but some of your parents have dropped the baton. They should read to their children every night, and they don't. They should show their children affection, but some of them don't. They should eat dinner with them at the table every once in a while, but some of them don't. Many of them give them a cell phone and let the cell phone babysit them. They have too much screen time before they turn 4 years old. They don't speak well because the adults don't speak proper English around them. Their vocabulary is laced with profanity because that's what they hear the most. They may grow up in a household where there are many children there, so they don't get the attention they need because it's so loud that they can't get the one-on-one love they need. So those parents have dropped the baton. You may have a student that came from a different pre-K where they didn't do the things that you all do, that they did not pour into the child, that they did not teach the child. They saw themselves as a babysitting service and didn't realize that they are the foundation for the future of the child's education. One of my former students is a judge in Florida, and so proud of him. He's amazing. Matter of fact, his wife was my student. He was a young man I mentor. Unbelievable young man. He's the second youngest judge in the state of Florida. This happened because of pre-K. This boy grew up in the projects and went to pre-K. We call it Head Start. And that Head Start gave him a head start. So if you're a Head Start teacher, give yourself a hand for what you do. I was in Head Start, and I gave him a headache. And so what we don't want to happen is for you to drop the baton. So when they drop them off for you in the morning, they're handing you the baton. I used to tell my runners, when you get the baton, you hand it out, say, stick, so the person in front of you know that you're handing them the baton. So when they drop their students off in the morning, they're saying, stick, they're handing you the baton. It's important that we don't drop it. Even if they've dropped it, even if the child has the same clothes he had on yesterday, even if you know he fell on the playground yesterday and that wound has not been mended. They didn't put alcohol or Neosporin or peroxide. They didn't. The same Band-Aid that's on it is the one you put on it yesterday. So you know the child hadn't had a bath. That means that parents dropped the baton. Please don't drop the baton. Whatever you do, find a way to reach the unreachable and teach the unteachable. Now, I want you to understand that this right here is a classroom. So you see people sitting down, turning around. This is what y'all deal with every day. You just get them to sit still. That's a win. Every Monday when I'm home, I read to a pre-K class. You can follow me on social media. Every single Monday that I'm in my hometown, I go to a pre-K Head Start class, early childhood education, and I read every Monday of the year. I love it. I come in, they say, hey, they run up to me, they hug me. They're the best. They're awesome. They're sweet. Now, I know you see all sides of them. That's why I read and leave. That's on y'all. I smell the smell. I'm like, what is that? The lady said, oh, that's normal. I said, no, it's not. It's normal here. I want you to think right now, who was your best teacher? Who was the best teacher you ever had? Pre-K, middle school, elementary school, high school, college. Who was the best teacher you ever had? I want you to think about that right now. Who was the best one you ever had? On the count of three, I want you all, you don't have to scream it, but say his name or say her name on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Now, if I ask you who was the worst, it wouldn't be silent. You got one. My daughter, 4th grade teacher, she can't stand her to this day. She said she just didn't care. My daughter tell you, she played on her phone the whole time. My daughter right now says she's not good at math because in 4th grade, her teacher didn't teach her math. Your job is so important. So we want you to be one of those teachers that the student says was one of my best teachers. Even though they may not actually remember you or remember your name, they remember the lessons you taught them. Not just lessons in school, but life lessons. Teachers make a difference. Teachers are the best thing that we have. If someone came from another planet and landed on Earth and said, take us to your best, we'll take them to you, a teacher. Why? Because everyone we meet had a teacher. Every doctor, every lawyer, every astronaut had a teacher. People try to act tough when they get in trouble. I'll call my lawyer. You don't have a lawyer. You've been watching Law and Order. You don't have a lawyer. But everyone had a teacher. Teachers are so important. I want to remind you that you matter. You matter because you put up with things that other people wouldn't put up with. So BEST as an acronym, B-E-S-T. The B is believe in every student. I want to encourage you to believe in every single student. It's easy to believe in the student that does everything right, the student that has a good mom, that comes on time, the student that has a book bag, the student that already knows how to read. It's easy to believe in that student. But can you believe in a student that's a knucklehead? See, when I was in school, I was a knucklehead. My wife was a good student. Even though she was a biter, she outgrew the biting. She was a good one. I was a knucklehead. So if you can teach my wife, so what? Anybody can teach her. My wife's name is Tanika. Anybody can teach Neek. Neek was a student in school. She in the front row, pencil sharpened, got her glasses on. Hello, hi. Can we go over it again, please? I'm in the back making a rap album. Ricky, it's your boy. And it's just like, Willie Spears. I'm like, hey, bro, don't be calling my name like that. We're not even doing the ad-libs yet. You got to wait your turn. Can you teach me? We're going to find out if you're a teacher, you can teach me. My wife in the front row, she bragging. She telling everybody, that's right, I got the syllabus. I got the syllabus. I got the syllabus. I'm looking at my boy, like, what is the syllabus? What is she talking about? And my boy say, it's a STD, dog. Yep. It's kind of like syphilis, but different. Yeah, man. That's why she ain't got no boyfriend. I knew it was something, man. She got the syllabus, man. No judgment, but I don't want the syllabus. Keep that syllabus away from me. You have one student don't even know what a syllabus is. And another student bragging about, I'm going to be honest with you. I went to school a long time. I never read the syllabus. I was like, what are we doing? They're like, it's on the syllabus. You know we had a test today? On the who? So you have two different types of children in your class. I want to encourage you to believe in every student. The E is educate every student. If you educate every student, your community will be better. Valedictorians usually don't rob banks. Home invasions don't happen from students who have goals and beliefs and dreams. So every person that commits a crime, when I walked in this morning on the news, there were 3 mug shots of somebody who obviously broke the law. They were arrested, apprehended. They used to be in somebody's pre-K. And you've seen it. If you've been in this for a while, you've had your heart broken. You've seen them on the news. You say, oh, man. But the flip side, you've seen a young man sign a scholarship or a young girl in the band, and she got superior, and she's doing so good, and you're so excited. That was you. You had something to do with that. The S is serve every student. The little child that is doing a bad job, won't act right, but you bring them a coat anyway. It's cold outside, and the student is acting like they're not cold because they're embarrassed to admit they don't have a coat. And you spoil your grandchildren, so you got 5 coats at the house just laying around. And you bring one of those coats. That's serving every student. You don't have to put it on Facebook. You don't have to let everybody know. You're a teacher. That's what you do on a day-to-day basis. You wipe noses. You give hugs. You build self-esteem. You lie to kids. You so smart. It's going to come to fruition. Just keep lying. My daughter, freshman in college, we still lying. It's going to come. It better come because I done paid that money. All right. The T is touch every student. The way that you do that is you show empathy. The way that you touch every student is you let them know you're human. Let them know that you don't have it all together. Let them know something. You say, baby, sometimes Miss Jones don't have a good day every day. Just be honest with them. They can relate to that. They'll gravitate to your empathy. They'll gravitate to it. There's something magic about students. They know when someone cares for them. They know when someone is in it for the right reasons. All right? Now, that boy was cute, wasn't he? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. For those of y'all who don't know, that's a Michael Jackson jacket. You can't see all the zips, but I wore that thing every day. I wore that jacket and some boots every day. PE, church, home, football practice, every day. My mama said, baby, let me wash. Mama, you gonna mess up the zippers. You gonna mess up the zippers. Who knew that that little boy would write 15 books? Who knew that that little boy would speak to educators across the country? Who knew that that little boy would have a little boy of his own? Who knew that little boy would spend 20 years in education? Who knew that that little boy would do his best to make a difference? Because that little boy's dad was in and out of prison. That little boy's mom nor dad graduated high school. So the statistics say you have an African-American male, mom and dad didn't graduate high school, mom and dad are in the criminal justice system. This child is going to turn out to be just like them. What those statistics don't consider is my Head Start teacher. You go to Panama City right now, right by New Justin Baptist Church. The building is still there. That's where I went. I remember there was this thing that rolled around. You get in it. I got my finger stuck in it one time. I remember every time I go back there, I'll be shaking like. But in that building, as an early learner, my Head Start teacher let me know that I was going to be something. I remember my middle name is David. She would call me David. I was David Spears until like 3rd grade. And she would say, David, you so smart, But you just got to learn to be quiet sometimes. She said, you got a bubble. To this day, I hate bubbles. But she believed in me. I was ready for kindergarten because of her. Now, don't get me wrong. I had amazing parents. Mom and dad, incredible. They didn't read to me. They didn't go over my shapes and colors. They didn't. They said, stay outside or inside. That was it. Close that door. Stay outside or inside. My auntie, I would go to her house all the time. My auntie was a master code switcher. Y'all know what a code switch is, right? Like y'all professional right now, but two of y'all, some of y'all got some liquor in y'all room right now. Like, that's code switch. My auntie, we'll be at her house Sunday morning for church. She's smoking a cigarette, slapping us all. Shut up! Shut up! That's horrible. Cussing us out, hitting us. Get dressed. Get up. Get up. We're going to Sunday school. We get in the car. She was a multitasker. She can drive and slap the mess out of us at the same time. She driving. Did I tell you, shut your mouth? She choking her son, my cousin. She choking him. I told you to put that shirt on right. Just going off on us. Cussing us. Like, when we get to the church and that door open, different person. Good morning, Pastor. Good morning. Oh, you know my babies. Come here. Come on up here. This Kim, Tasha, this little David. Yes, he is. We're blessed and highly favored, Pastor. I know you're going to preach a good sermon today. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying to him, help. Help us. She crazy. But I wish she would have read to me. She didn't. It's not a bad person. But my Head Start teacher took up the slack. And so when I walked across the stage at Troy University to receive my master's in education, that wasn't just because of my college professors. That started with the Head Start teacher. That's the truth. What you do means so much. So my favorite teacher was Miss Jones. Them two jokers right there, they needed Miss Jones. Miss Jones was the best I've ever had. Like, she was the best. So you're the best. I saw Miss Jones one time in the store, and I was walking in the store, and Miss Jones, and I'm going to tell y'all this, look, I'm about to sit down. When I say this right here, I was in Vegas last month. What happens in Mobile stays in Mobile. Mobile like a baby Vegas anyway. They setting up for a concert right now. I'm going to tell you guys this, just don't repeat it. Don't post this. My shirt size is a large. But when I was a coach, I would wear a medium and do a bunch of push-ups and walk around with a shirt on too small looking like I was buff. And I would walk on my toes for some reason and look at people like this. And if you stared at me for a long time, I would get offended because I need to take a breath because my stomach, I had to let it back out. Like, then I say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, what's up? So one day I'm in school, I'm in PE, I'm screaming at kids, shut your mouth, stop hitting him, y'all stop running. I'm going on, I'm the man, I'm the alpha male. I go in Walmart and I see my kindergarten teacher, Miss Jones. And I went from alpha male to this little boy. She says, hi, David. I said, hi, Miss Jones. She says, how's your family? I said, they're doing good. They're doing well, Miss Jones. I'm a grown man. Why am I whispering and bending down? And she says, David, what do you remember from my class? I'm like, man, I didn't know it was going to be a test. I said, what I remember? I said, ooh, brown bear, what do you see? I see a yellow bird looking at me. She said, very good, David. I ain't lying, listen. Inside all like this. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Outside, I was like, thank you, Miss Jones. And then I was just looking at her, right? Now, she's an old lady. She got a walker. She old. She got her daughter with her. Now, you know when you old and you got a daughter, she old too. They look like sisters. One of them 83, one of them 63. They both walk slow. They like this. No hurry. The building on fire. I guess it's our time to go. So I'm staring at her and her daughter. I'm just looking at her like, she asked me a question, I got it right. Where the treasure box? I don't get to go in the treasure box. I don't get a milk, a toy, a little army man, something. I said, I'll take a piece of candy out your purse. Give me something. You'll always be a teacher. I had Miss Jones in 1983. 1983. Now, baby, you look young right here. You look with the glasses. I see how she looked. You didn't see how she looked at me. I'm offended by that, man. When I said 1983, your eyes said, dang. And you still living? Your whole face told me he gonna be dead any second. I know my birth year start with a 1, yours start with a 2. I get it. We cool though, we cool. But no matter what, Miss Jones is still my teacher. Years later, she's my teacher. You'll always be their teacher. You can change professions if you want. You'll always be Miss Johnson. You'll always be Miss Elizabeth. You'll always be Miss Sarah. No matter what, forever. They'll be old with their children telling their children you were their teacher. And you'll be trying to explain because they'll be real loud. You'll be like, I was young. I was real young. Like 12. I was real young. Don't take that lightly. You have more influence than anyone in their life. More than their parents, unfortunately. More than a local pastor, more than a police, more than a politician. Teachers have the most influence. Now that's Taylor and Katie when they were in pre-K. They look cute. But I didn't think about this. They grow up. Never even considered that. Looking back on it, we should have got a dog. Or 2. So that's Taylor and Katie. Now what you can't see in that picture is that Kenneth has Crohn's disease. And Taylor's type 1 diabetic. So when I say you're the best that we have, that's true. That's why we trust you with our best. This is my best. I was on a podcast, and this guy, he listed all my accolades. He said, which one of these is the best thing you've ever done? I said, none of them. I said, Tay and KD, that's the best I've ever done. It ain't even close. So I'm giving you my best. Why? Because I know you can handle it. Now, if I ask you right now, I say, hey, you know what? I've been traveling. I left my cell phone in Arkansas. Can I borrow your cell phone for a couple weeks? I mail it right back to you. I imagine you would say, I like your little speech, buddy, but you can't have my cell phone. If I said, you know, I got a car, my car tire's flat, I got to get to another engagement. If I could just hold your truck just for a couple of days, I promise I'll bring it back. I think you'll say, hey, look, man, no, you can't borrow my car. What I look like? So check this out. You won't let me borrow your cell phone, and you won't let me borrow your vehicle, but I let you borrow my children every day for their whole life. Every year of their life, they've been in somebody's classroom. This is them in middle school. My son hates that picture. He says, you know I'm taller than her, Dad. You know I'm taller than her. Stop showing it. That's a lie. You're showing a lie. I said, yeah, but you don't clean your room, so I'm keeping that picture up there. But that's my best. So thank you for handling my best with care. I'm going to be real with you. Our best won't always be their best. Sometimes they're going to have a bad day. They're going to bite. They're going to run and get in the jungle gym and say, 990 boo-boo. But you can't afford to not be your best. Teaching is the only profession where we can't have a bad day. It's not fair, but you're not normal. This right here is the ultimate goal. The goal is for every student to walk across that stage. Thank you. That's pure joy right there. That's Taylor Grace. She got that thing on her nose. I don't know why she put that thing on her nose. I want to grab and snatch her down with it. But Taylor was that little girl that bit people. Now she is in college. She's written a book. It's on Amazon called Spears Makes Her Point. She's in 9th grade. She wrote a book. The Little Biter. This past summer, she was in Europe. She was in 6 countries in 12 days. This summer, she's already signed up to go to Spain. My little baby went from Head Start to seeing the world. That didn't happen just because of me and Nick. That happened because she had some great Head Start teachers. She had some great pre-K teachers that gave her confidence, that told her she could do it, that told her she was smart, that loved on her. Now, if you believe in prayer, pray for him. He ain't gonna make it. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. He ain't gonna make it. I'm serious. We got it right with the first one. This dude right here, man, he just like me. I love him. We too much alike. Let's go 3 in the morning in the pantry, eating everything. I like lemon Oreos. So when I cheat with lemon Oreos. I said, Kenneth, why'd you eat all my Oreos? He's about, I ain't even know you wanted them. I ain't even know. I said, why would I buy them if I didn't want them? I thought you bought them for me. I said, I don't even like you. You were your mother's idea. I wanted to watch the movie. He was good in pre-K. I don't know what happened. The other day, he had a bad grade in science. He brought it up now. I go in his room. I said, hey, man, what are we going to do about this grade? Dad. I said, what are we going to say? Look, man, I'm serious. You haven't given me any plans for after high school. You're not staying with us forever. You're going to get me a vehicle when I graduate? I said, you got a car. I'm in a new car. I said, yeah, I got you a car. For real? Yep. What is it called? It's a U-Haul. Got you. I already reserved it. You could drive it. It's spacious. Graduation night, it'll be waiting with a bow on it. But I said, Kenneth, I'm doing everything in my power to get you across that stage. What are you doing? He said, what you mean, everything in your power? I said, I'm doing everything I can to make sure you graduate. What are you doing? He said, Dad, what are you doing? His mama works at the school. She's the school counselor. You would think he'd be doing better. I looked at him. I said, look, man, I'm doing everything in my power. He said, like what? I said, I'm sleeping with y'all school counselor every night. I'm doing my part. I'm taking one for the team, bro. At least you can get your science grade up. He said, Dad, that's nasty. You trying to be nasty. Get out of my room. Get out. You trying to be nasty. I said, no, it used to be nasty. Now it's like survival of the fittest. Your mama swing her elbows, sound like a bear. I'm being serious when I said I'm sacrificing. I'm dead serious. You see these cuts on my leg? That's from her toenails. And you can't get your grade up? I'm sacrificing for you. That couch is comfortable, but I do that for you. That's us. That's us. When I met her, she would have said, and one day I want to have 2 kids. I would have said, I'm good. Just kidding. That picture is a result of great teachers like yourself. Unfortunately, our children don't listen to us. My wife and I both have master's degrees in education, but we know nothing. But when a teacher says it, it goes a long way. For whatever reason, I can say the exact same thing as you say, and you're a genius. We're on a podcast. When Tay wrote her book, we're on a podcast. The guy says, Taylor, who influenced you to write the book? I just know she's going to say me. At the time, I've written 7 books. So I have my fake humble brag face on. I said, Taylor, answer the man's question. Go ahead. Sir, would you repeat the question, please? I'm like, we're going to use this clip on social media. I'm smiling big. He said, Taylor, who influenced you to write the book? Tay says, it was Miss Johnson, my 6th grade Beta Club sponsor. I'm like, I don't even know Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson. If she's so special, Miss Johnson, she need to contribute to these braces payments since she's so impactful. I told Tay she was a good writer. It meant nothing. When Miss Johnson said, I believe you're a gifted writer, Taylor took it and ran with it. On her wall right now is a plaque she won in 6th grade for a state writing essay. She has a picture of her in the paper. She was in the 6th grade. She'll be 19 next month. The words of a teacher has shaped her path. I believe that the decisions we make today will determine the stories we tell tomorrow. You have some great stories and some great triumphs. I want to encourage you to keep going. I know it's tough. I know funding can be an issue. I know the people above you sometimes don't know what you go through every day. They have no clue what it's really like on the ground level. But I want to tell you to keep going, keep trying. The last thing I want to encourage you to do is keep winning at school, but make sure you win at home. Many times when I was an educator, I spent more time with other folks' children than I did my very own. Shame on me. Many times the school got my best and home got the rest. It's unfair to my wife and kids. Sometimes I didn't have enough energy. I want to encourage you to fight that balance between work and home. Why? Because when you leave here, your obituary is going to say, survived by. And it's not going to mention your students. It's not going to mention your boss or your coworkers. It's going to mention your children. And so I encourage you to work harder on your obituary than you do your resume. I know you want to be a director one day. I know you want your own Head Start Center. I get it. I know you may want to move up. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. I set goals. I do a vision board every year. I'm very goal-oriented. And because of those goals, I've been Teacher of the Year a few times. And I've been Coach of the Year. But I don't know if I've ever been Husband of the Year. I don't know if I've ever been Father of the Year. Shame on me. I want to encourage you to be better than me. Work harder on your obituary than you do your resume. Last but not least, I know you want to. Look at your neighbor and say, don't choke a child. Say, you matter. Say, you matter. And you choke one of them, they'll walk you up out of here. They'll come with some key. They'll walk you up out of here. You guys have been great. You matter. Thank y'all so much. God bless you. Thank you for choosing education. #1 in the country, baby. Sweet home, Alabama.